With the regular season just getting started, what's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
Let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. Things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
And now Washington's starting group. Avdia in at the small forward with Kuzma at power forward. Morris and Beal are the guards. And it's Porzingis in at the center filling out the middle. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. A wide open look here for Kuzma. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
That's about pre-shot preparation. The anticipation of the pass. Kuzma, easy work.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Wes Unseld Jr. The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about their record. He told me, well, we've been learning the hard way. Anything less than 100% effort will not get it done. We want our guys to recognize that and be hungrier than they've been. Is it talent? Is it effort? Well, they're still trying to figure it out. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Of course, last season was a tough one for the Wizards. What was the biggest missing ingredient that you saw?
Well, I think there were so many things going on with the organization, Kevin. First and foremost, you brought in Wes Unseld as your coach. It was a great move, but obviously you have to institute an entirely new system on both ends of the floor. Obviously, they had some key personnel that were hurt during periods of the season. So a lot of new faces across the board for this team. So much went into their struggles.
The free throw off from P. It seems everyone wants a piece of MP. It was announced Mobile One will run a campaign centered all around him.
And hard to ignore the star power that MP has started to build. From his time in college until now, he's becoming a household name.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Morris kicks to Beal. Over Maxey. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Inside. Here's P. 17 points in his last outing. Back to Maxey. 5 to shoot. With 3, Harris. Porzingis with the rebound.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Morris outside. Shot from 12. Here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, you know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
And the first one drops. And Doris went healthy. Do you think Porzingis can still be an all-star caliber player in this league?
You know what, Kevin, I absolutely do. Porzingis very capable nightly of giving you 20 and 10. And at 7'3", because he can space up and make jump shots, he is always valuable. The key to me is 2 things. Stay healthy and make sure you're locked in defensively. He can be a great shot blocker. I think he needs to lock in there.
And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Avdia after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Beal taking his time here. On the wing, Morris. Elbow shot. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Embiid trying to break loose. P with the bucket. And it's 8 points for P.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Beal. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Philadelphia. No coverage that time.
Well, the rise and fire in the in-between game. Kristaps Porzingis, very solid.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Will Barton, he's checked in for Avdia. And it's DeLon Wright in for Monte Morris. And here's Harden for three. It's good from long range.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Barton outside. Back to Beal. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Melton. 52 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Milton. Here's Harrell. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up two on the second effort.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Pass to Wright. And here is Gafford. Wright outside. And the three off target. Philadelphia leading by 4. Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Harden. Kicks it to Harrell. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harrell's got his second bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now the pass to Gafford. Rebound by Harrell. Melton with the ball. Again, Philadelphia.
You know, just what they were looking for right there. That's not a shot he's going to miss.
And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Philadelphia, please welcome to the court your Sixers.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. Morris is out there with Will Barton. And it's Avdia in at the 3 spot. And in this era of positionless basketball, of course, we're starting to see some guards who end up playing in that dunker spot, down low, more than on the perimeter.
Let's call them little big men, Kevin. Guys like Bruce Brown, Gary Payton II. These are powerful athletes, unbelievable vertical spacers. They set great screens. They can finish as a roller. I love the use of these undersized guys who don't necessarily shoot it well in this role.
Now here's Harden, following the missed shot by Will Barton. Embiid wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 13-point game. And the wide-open shot from Morris drains the three-pointer. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, it seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks.
This is what you call pre-shot preparation. Being prepared on the catch to fire before the defense can react. That is nicely done by James Harden.
Well, James Harden still a tremendous player, but now in his early 30s, some question, can he be the dominant MVP force we saw in Houston?
Now, here's Kuzma. And it's in there.
He's got a lean frame, but Kyle Kuzma proving he's unafraid of a little bit of contact inside.
Pass to Harris. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Porzingis with the block.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Morris inside. Defended by Thibault. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His first personal foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First
And Greg
team foul.
Harden in recent years dealing with hamstring
Shooting for
injury.
Washington.
Has he lost a step to age
At
or
the line
injury?
for 2.
You know, probably a little of both, but we've seen players with a new diet or training regimen get back to peak production. Hopefully, he can as well.
The first one falls. Both teams will make substitutions. And Morris drops them both. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
Here's P. He's got 8, just 2 to shoot, and Tucker has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Wizards trail by 8. Here's Morris. Korkmaz grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And he banks in the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination?
And Washington has possession after the Sixers pick up 2. And he comes up with the deuce. Hachimura's got his first points of the night.
This guy is too powerful and likes and relishes the opportunity to play through contact. Rui doing Rui-like things.
Gafford trying to break free. Morris, no good. The 76ers leading by 8. To the inside, good. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're looking for offense inside as they try to chip away at this lead here in the second.
His second personal
The 76ers have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Monte Morris.
1 shot.
Free throw off from P.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Now here is Hachimura, and Gafford throws it down.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done.
Now Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He passes to Melton. Over Beal. The 76ers with another miss. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You got to like what P has done in this game.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Harrison and Embiid are manning the post positions. Tyrese Maxey out there with P, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The 76ers leading by 8. To the paint. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Here's Morris. 76ers getting the bucket.
And over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
The Wizards have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And he knocks down the first one. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. He signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. First one falls for him. And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
And Harris drops them both.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points in the game so far. Embiid with the steal. Here's P, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Porzingis kicks to Avdia. And the foul on Keith. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Greg, you mentioned the 76ers have taken on the identity of Philadelphia. In your estimation, how?
You know, you go all the way back to the 80s. This has been a team that plays hard, focuses on defense, gritty, much like their city. So they tend to play with a chip on their shoulder.
James Harden, he's checked in for Philadelphia. 6 on the shot clock. Harris against Kuzma, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
That is Kyle Kuzma asserting himself against quality defense. Nice finish.
Over to the left wing. Maxey against Beal. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Barton's checked in for Washington.
Will Barton.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Beal kicks to Avdia. Back to Beal. Barton surveying the floor. Off target from outside. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Back to Harden. Pass to Thibault. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now, here's Avdia. Defended by Thibault. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. And a change for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Changes for Philadelphia. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. D'Anthony Melton comes in for Shake Milton. And it's P in for Maxey. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. DeLon Wright comes in for Avdia.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
P, no good. Right against Harden. Gafford passes to Barton. Here's Beal. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The 76ers leading by 16. So on the floor for Washington, Morris and Beal are the guards. Daniel Gafford is out there with Hachimura. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Washington shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And Beal kicks to Morris. Back to Beal. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Tobias Harris is checked in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Washington, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Avdia subbed in for Hachimura. Kuzma, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for Kyle Kuzma.
You can see that Kyle Kuzma has the kind of size and length and creativity to score on the interior.
On the wing, Harris. Great D that time from Beal.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Kuzma against Harden. Porzingis trying to get free. Offensive rebound. Kuzma, that's good.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Thibault finds Harden. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Down low, here's P. Just 5 on the clock. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Morris, no good. The 76ers leading by 16. To the middle, here's P, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
Embiid with the steal, pushing it up. And here we go. And the jam by Harden. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Wizards making a switch here. Gafford's checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Morris. Now, here's Avdia. Beal from long range. And another miss by Washington.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Here's P. Rebounded by the Wizards. And here is Morris. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Good. Embiid trying to break loose. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, it's Harden continuing to evolve as a playmaker. This guy, including his teammates, making them feel good.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, the Washington Wizards trying to get their organization on track. I think bringing in Wes Unseld to lead that coaching staff is critical. Maintaining your tie to Bradley Beal is equally important. But boy, guys, it has been a while since they've had real success. Their last finals trip, 1979.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, P.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Avdia down low. Here's Gafford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
First team foul.
And Doris, what do you think the Wizards need to make a deeper run at the playoffs?
Well, ambition is certainly a good place to start, but you have got to understand this is a process. And I think the change in management, the change in head coaching position, and the acquisition of someone like Kyle Kuzma, who's a multi-positional wing player, that's important. Still a lot of questions for this organization.
And that one falls for Gafford. Lately, as we've seen, Doris, a few small market teams stockpiling picks to the extreme. What do you think of that strategy?
Well, the organization that is fully committed to stockpiling picks is clearly the Oklahoma City Thunder. We have yet to see them come out on the other side and build a contending team. Not a small market team, but look at the Miami Heat. They refuse to lose at any cost. They're always looking to win, and I certainly like that mentality.
The 76ers leading by 20. Moment here now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Porzingis. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Wizards' head athletic trainer. I'm told that he has a sprained finger, and right now they've got ice on it to try and help with the swelling. Well, this is definitely unlucky, and especially right at the start of the season. The adjustments will be plentiful going forward. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
And the 76ers with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
Defensive
And as
foul.
we get set to
DeLon
put this
Wright.
one to bed,
That's
a
his first
one-sided
personal
season
foul.
series thus far.
First
They've
team
won 2
foul.
straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for P.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
The 76ers making a switch here. Reed's checked in.
One shot. One shot.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Wright, the pass to Carey. Wright outside. Lets a floater go. And another shot. And it's denied. Inside. Here's P. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And Gibson kicks to Kispert. There's the pass to Wright. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
Here's Kispert. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.